Right, we're live again. Hopefully, fingers crossed. Is it working? Probably. Second time in one day. Let's carry on. So, this is the Voron 2.4 build. We're trying to get it done. So it's done. Earlier today, we finished off a bunch of, we did the LEDs. We finished off all the configuration. We've got the bed probe, end stops and all that kind of stuff sorted. We've got a bed surface ready to go. That's done and behind me, ready to get on the printer. Then we do have to do a little heaty, steamy process with that as well. But now we're definitely going to be working on panels, hinges and enclosure related stuff. So we can get this really kind of boxed up and ready to print. Before we get started on that, do have to let you know this is a sponsored video. So let's just have a quick thing. This video would not have been possible without our sponsors, Filler Farm and Big Tree Tech. So a big thank you to them for supporting Vector 3D. You can find out more by just watching some more, or you can follow the links in the video description. So that's all that done. Yes, I can share the LED clip mount. Which one is you talking about? The one with the baffles, my modified one. I should really be sharing via the still watching part 5. You've got a lot to get through, but I'm sure you'll enjoy it. Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So here's a link for the LED baffle thing. That's my modified one, so that just has less material than the one I was based it on. So, enclosure panels. There is a manual for this bit. So we don't really need this bit on the left here. It's just the instructions. So we're going to do this, get some magnets in. Presumably they're going to be super glued in, although it doesn't say anything about that. That would be my guess. I'm guessing those go against that, so the magnets actually attract to the screw itself. Oh no, that is the same part. So how does it? Dunno. Well, do we do doors first? It's probably going to be 3 streams today. We might do 2 and then we'll do light print on Sunday. I'm not sure yet. I'm aiming for print today, but we'll see. It's definitely lots to do. I don't know. It's quite ambitious, isn't it? So the first thing we're going to do is tidy up the Z-axis belts. So before we get any panels on, I don't know if I really want to start with the front acrylic panels. I feel like I would do those last, but maybe we'll do them first. So as you can see, here's maybe a good point. So we've got all this excess belt. If we leave it long, then it's going to rub on the panel. If we cut it all the way off, then if we need to take it off and put it back on, it's going to be really difficult. So what somebody suggested in the... Oh, should test it, turn it off before spinning it around with the power cable attached. So what we can do is pull it back like this and zip tie it to that one, so we have very little sticking out, and we can cut the zip tie and have some additional length if we need it. So we're going to go around and do that to each of the belts. Now we don't want to zip it too tight because we don't want to pull the belt weirdly, but I don't think that's going to make too much difference. Really all we're trying to achieve is getting the belt out of the way of the panel. So it does stick out a tiny little bit. It's about 1 millimeter maybe, the depth of one of the teeth. But it shouldn't be a problem because there's foam tape that goes against here, so that should space it out sufficiently. I could leave a fair bit of length here. Something like that. There you go. Hopefully that's not going to be a problem in any case now. Bit of extra belt. Might leave it a bit longer than that. That seems a bit short. So yes, good afternoon everyone. Hopefully we'll have some people. We had an early stream this morning, so if the printer looks a little bit further on than when you last saw it, that'll be why. Spent another 4 hours on it this morning. Trying to make everything perfect, which I'm sure you can appreciate is not really possible. That's 2 down. Let's get this zip tie off as well. We don't need extra length here. That's gone somewhere, but I don't know where. So just to be clear, I'm only zip tying it to one side, not to both parts of the belt, because obviously one of them has to move, whereas this side here is stationary, so well, stationary relative to the gantry. Not necessarily planning for this stream to be super long. There still might be a couple of hours though, to be honest, by the time we get all these bits sorted. You never know quite how long this stuff's going to take. Might be a little bit quieter than normal because of an odd timing. But I'll make sure the final print is at a 7 o'clock time. Well, 7:30ish time. The series will have one more part than we are on now, so 13 I think. Yeah, shouldn't be any more than one more episode after this, unless something goes really wrong. Right, belts are nice and tidy. That's good. So we actually, in these instructions, got to do this, where is it? This thing on the back, that's a spool holder. This, exhaust filter. I don't know if this is supposed to go on before or after the panels. Guessing after, looks like it can be done after. That screws from the side. I mean, this picture depicts it without any panels, which is entirely redundant. You're not going to be filtering much if you've got no panels to enclose it. I think that can be done after panels. Although it might be easiest if we do the rear panel first, get this stuff sorted, and then carry on with the rest of it. I reckon that's a pretty good plan, because that gives us still plenty of access to be able to dither around with all this business. So, I am wired now. I was using the wireless mic before, but unfortunately, this is not recharged very fast. In fact, it's extremely slow. So, going to be a little while before that's ready. So we've got bottom panel, back panel, that's the one we want. So again, I'm using this really cheap black plastic material. Can't say I necessarily recommend it, but it is really low cost. All the item descriptions, parts, costs, etc. are all in a sheet which you can find via the video description. It's like a Google Sheets link. Okay. It does indeed look a beast, doesn't it? Well, to be honest, it looks kind of weedy compared to the rat rig. The rat rig really is a beast, and a very heavy beast at that. That's going to stick on there. Well, not stick on, but fit there. And for some reason, it's too short. How on earth have I managed that? Fantastic. There's always going to be a problem. That one fits, so that one maybe is meant to be the back. I seem to have measured poorly. Bottom panel. That one also fits there. That one does also fit there. So this is maybe just not a good panel at all. We'll have to make some new modifications. Presumably these are all the same then, are they? Oh. Yeah, okay. So we've got 3 side sort of pieces. And these are all the same size and all fit there, there, there. So that's 3 side panels. So maybe I've cut this one as the top, haven't I? This should be top, and it's now got a whopping great hole in it. Yes. Fantastic. Oh, great. Oh, I don't know how I've managed that, but let's not worry about it at the moment. Right now I need to cut a new hole in this panel to match, well, it's actually to fit this, isn't it? So I'm going to have to find some diagrams for these panels because I need to cut it. Oh, got to do that as well. Need to print out these handles. Let's get those started. Wow, that's big. Okay, that's much bigger than I expected. Four hours. Okay, I'm not going to bother with that now. I'll do them overnight. I do need the panels though. Oh, come on. Drawings, back panel, this is what we need. So that should be that, right? No, what? Here. Yes. So we want something like this on the bottom. 147 millimeters wide and 43. So what's that? 433. So we want 433 is the panel width. Well, frame width minus 26 is what it says. So 46. It's actually like 459. All 3. Okay, that's exactly what we have then, isn't it? That's good. And then minus 147, and then divide that by 2, and that's 143 each side. And 43 from that side, and 143 from the other side. And it's 43 millimeters deep. Way bigger than that, but I thought that was supposed to fit. Okay. So, did you know that the front doors, not as the others, are not designed to incorporate the 3mm gasket tape with the hinges and all? Yes, the doors don't have the extra tape. Yeah. Get all the dust and rubbish off this. Still builds up static, this thing, so quickly. It's unbelievable. So we need foam tape. I've actually got completely different hinges. I ended up modifying them. I've printed hinges that use a bolt as a hinge point. I did try the other ones, but just printing them was just a bit of a mess. Didn't really like how they came out. So Bit of a messy process this, but hopefully okay. So let's get sticking. I've sized the panel up and it seems to fit about right, so hopefully we can just bung this right to the edge. Oh, this is sticky. And then we need some scissors to cut it. Lovely jubbly. Let's do the other bit. Actually not that easy. That roll of tape just disappeared, didn't it? Still a fair bit, I suppose. Oh, we're not done yet, are we? Still got to do the top edge. Hi, Lars. Realised after applying the tape and printing the roll. Yeah, 100%. Already read that, didn't I? Okie dokie. Looking good. So, if I remember correctly, all of my corners are these thick ones. So, how many do I need for the back panel? Four corners and 3 sides. One, two, three, four. 1, 2, 3. So that's going to go on here, compress a little bit. Job's good, and hopefully that's going to be okay. Are we going to use? Got to find a good length screw and hope the hell that I have enough of them. What length do I reckon? 12 might be a bit long. We might need 10s, to be honest. I'm going to go hammer nuts as well for the panels. I think I got those out already. Don't forget to leave a like, by the way. You know, just in case you forgot. That length is actually okay, I think. Hex. Seems to work. Might not be super pretty, but it does definitely work. And also super duper cheap. Like incredibly cheap. Need to shift the panel around a bit. I do have a lot of the M3 nuts left. I could just use these. No, it's all right. Having the problem where the hammer nut doesn't spin properly. So because this panel is quite flexible, the corners don't really hold the whole panel in quite like one would want, but it's just about sufficient. I don't think it's not going to be a problem, it's just not quite as, I mean it is even sealed, it's just not a tight seal. Can't really see me, can you? It's difficult, this part of the assembly, because especially with it spinning all around the whole time. Ooh, that wasn't a good sound. Okie dokie. So that's the back panel on. Hopefully it's not going to end up really loud with these panels on. So now we've got to work out how to do this spool holder and other thing. Let's switch to this view, I think. We've got to do some threaded inserts. Excellent. What fantastic news. Oh. Well, I sort of work as a contractor, so at the moment I can work when I want. But yes, you're right. I'm taking the opportunity while I have some free time to do extra live streams. So, threaded inserts. Four, 5, 6, 7 looks like we're going to need. These ones look much better than those. So if you've not seen this before, this is my threaded insert jig. It's used for adding threaded inserts nice and precisely. A bit more difficult on non-flat faces. Might do those from the back. Hopefully, I'm pretty sure there's plenty of screws go in quite easily from either side. So. Probably easier to do these ones from the back, and then this one from the front. Bit of extra plastic on that hole. Just going to try and remove so that threaded insert sits in nicely. There we go. Very nice. Yeah, so the ones here I can deliberately just push them all the way through rather than stopping when they're flush because we want them on the other side. Just try not to get them stuck to the desk, eh? Yep, another earlier stream. Very, very nice. Did I have the camera in totally the wrong place the whole time? So that's those into there. And we've got this. So plastic's already threaded, which is looking good. Yeah, nicely, nicely nice. Probably not going to want to do it more than by hand because we'll end up destroying the plastic. You could see it. Okay, that's good. I just remembered I put this on preheat. Yeah. Heating was disabled by safety timer, just as well, because I was obviously being very unsafe. We're going to do a quick sponsor segment. It's just 2 minutes. This live stream would not have been possible without our sponsors, Firmware and Big Tree Tech. Firmware are a 3D printing bed specialist based in Germany. Print is their high-performance, durable print surface designed to grip parts tightly when hot, but release them when cold. Their switch system utilises a strong magnetic sticker and 0.6mm spring steel to allow for easy swapping of bed surfaces. The bed plates offered are made from cast aluminium plate and are extremely flat, helping you get the best adhesion across the whole first layer. All of this can be made to standard sizes or customised upon request. Keep on watching to find out more or follow the links in the video description. The Big Tree Tech Octopus is a 32-bit control board with loads of connectivity options for performance 3D printers like the Voron 2.4 and Raprig VCore 3. It can connect up to 8 stepper drivers, 8 fans, 6 end stops, 5 thermistors, 4 heaters plus BL Touch, RGB LEDs, a TFT screen, USB-C and more. Pairing the Octopus with TMC 2209 stepper motor drivers allows for quiet operation using Stealth Chop, performance using Spread Cycle and Stool Guard for sensorless homing. Big Tree Tech also offer a mini 12864 display, which is ideal for the Voron 2.4 design. Check the links in the description to find out more. Okie dokie, let's carry on. I'm back. No, it's not printing yet. It's looking bloody amazing though. This morning we finished all that little configuration-y stuff with all the firmware, so that should be ready to print. We added LEDs, which look absolutely lovely. Disgustingly tidy, some might say. And we also did the print surface, so that's ready to go too. So, carrying on then, drill adapter, boundary won't fit through zombie, so M3 by 30 screws and a big chunky fan. I'm not sure where they expect this wire to go. I feel like they didn't really consider that. I mean, I've got channels all in here now, so I could just try and shove it in those, but weird. So M3 by 30s. 1, 2, 3, 4. We want this exhausting, don't we? So that way. I feel like 25 would have been long enough. It's only a 20mm fan, isn't it? 20mm fan, so why not 25mm screws? The moment the LEDs are just basically on, like there's nothing special about them at the moment. With the rat rig, I set up a macro, so when I press a button they go between 0, 50 and 100 or something. It's more like 0, 20 and 80 or something like that. This is going to be rubbish. These screws are way too long. Do I have 25mm screws? That's worth checking before I complain about them too much. Let's have a look at the other stash. I'm hoping I do. Yes. We can maybe look at some more fancy LED stuff another time. I just really want to get this done. I think I'm going to have, well, no comment, actually, changed my mind. I was going to say a thing, and then I decided not to say that thing, so that's what happened there. Do, 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 do. Yeah, that's weird. I guess they just want you to send it down the back and in here somewhere. Boggles the mind why these things get forgotten, but there you go. I can't say the thing because I wasn't going to say the thing, so I can't tell you what the thing was, otherwise I'll have to say it. So that, and I need this carbon filter stuff. So I've got this sheet of carbon filter. So is that exactly half that width? Is that why that's been chosen? 130. Oh. That's annoying. That's less than half the width. If it was half the width, it would work okay. Yes. Thing is, you can't have, when you put stuff into this, as far as I can see, it's going to need to slot in really tightly, because if there's like a gap around the side, you'll just get a lot of air pass around the side and it won't be filtered, which makes the whole thing somewhat redundant. So we're going to have to make sure that we don't allow for that. So what's this? 130, isn't it? 130. 130, and then this tiny weird extra bit. I'm going to do the filter. We can look at mods when this is done. I shall note down Nevermore filter. But for now, maybe 65 or something. 70. So that's like one piece, and we want several of those. My poor desk. Been savaged by a knife. Might be able to get away with an extra long piece. No, not really. So let's just test. I think that's pretty good actually. Quite happy with that. And then that'll go on there. Looks like it's kind of sealed all the way around. Hopefully that'll kind of work. And 3x8 screw for this top piece. Okay, and 5x10. So there was these weird other clip pieces. I seem to have mislocated them. Oh, I think they might be here. Those two. So 5x10 and 5 nuts. Oh. So we need a thing to help us get these nuts in. Hopefully it doesn't work. illustrate. Lemon thing. Gotta get the cheap Allen keys out again. There we go. Okay, so it's not very clear exactly how this is meant to work, to be honest, but guessing that kind of goes there. That one kind of there. And then from the other side, we use the M3x12s. Use this panel through here. Onto here. Bit of an air gap in there, but largely speaking, looks okay. Oh, there's nothing to hold that down. Ew. Really? Yeah, I can see why people have suggested alternative filter designs. Yeah. At least we can't say I haven't tried. Going to need longer cables on this. VHB tape, is that the suggestion? That does kind of look like there's VHB tape on it, doesn't it, there? Haha. Okay, let's take this back off again then. Right, let's have some fun with some VHB tape. I'm not sure this really needs to be VHB, anything double-sided is probably sufficient, but where's it order from? Somewhere there. Yeah. Let's take this off. Tweezers. Right. Okay, so now I've got to try and get this on here without the tape touching, so that when the tape does touch, it actually sticks in the right place. Probability of success rather, 10%. Tops. There we go. There we go. That's a lot better, isn't it? Right, that's the filter installed. I've got this cable to put somewhere. Worry about that later on, I think. I might do that off stream because reasons. Wow, this is taking a long time. An hour and 8 minutes, and we've done one panel and a freaking filter. Right. Filter done. Two, three. Maybe we'll do the front next, actually. I reckon that's a good idea. Yeah, I've seen your suggestion. Thank you. I feel like I have way too many door parts, but hopefully not. Oh, I think I have some additional ones for the bottom. So 1, 2, 3, 4 door hinges. 1, 2, 3, 4 of those. 1, 2 of those. And we've got 1 hinge, 2 hinge for the bottom. So, as you can probably see here, my filter pieces, my door pieces rather, are a little bit different to the standard. I'm going to move my heat insert jig out of the way. Tool, not jig. Oh, come on. Unplug. There we go. So, magnets. So, these door hinges should fit in nicely. Need a screw to do it. I can't remember. I think it's 30. No. Must be 35, in which case I need some longer ones from a different place. I don't think I have any M3 by 40s. I need 35s, I think. Should be off on a short journey. Huh. Weird. Definitely tested these hinges and they were okay with the screws I had. Ah, some of these are shorter than others. Excellent. Oh, I need 2 extra for the bottom ones. Oh, this, I've got a container of screws. Half of them are M3 by 30, half of them are M3 by 35. Literally the worst. How far do they rotate? Let's put one in and we'll have a look. This looks, hopefully this is going to be okay. Yes, I mentioned that in the last stream. The cable chains I swapped around. So these go from here, so that's 90, 180. I mean, yeah, they go all the way around. They could be 270. I mean, you're never going to get it 270 because they're not double, so they'll only go 180 because they're not double hinged. You'd need a double hinge to go 270 degrees. Or you'd need a hinge that's further wider out than the frame. Print quality on these parts is not very good, is it? Oh. Waiting for that to happen. I'm not sure I rate this design much. Fucking hell, it's all just snapped. Another one snapped. Maybe they were used to use, I don't know. It's kind of annoying, that is. I might just leave them. Don't think, although it's cracked, I don't think it's going to open it any further or much further. So we might be okay. Yep, just snapped again. Rubbish. Bloody rubbish. Well, it's what we've got, so this is why VHB tape is not ideal. It's a bit permanent, isn't it? It's not going to be easy for me to fit these to the door and then at some other time decide I want to change and take them off. Also, magnets. How the dickens are these supposed to go in? Press fit? Oh, damn, that's tight. Holy bananas, is that... Let's press fit into there. So these should repel each other. No, these attract. Okay, sure. As long as we get them in the right position for the ones opposite each other. Why are people telling me to ditch doing everything? I can't not do everything. Why not do front panels? There we go. Nice. And then so M3 nuts. What are these 270 hinges that you're talking about? Let me have a look on. Is it listed on the Voron mods page? "270-degree hinge parametric." So 180, 270. Yeah, so they basically move the hinge off the side. The latch is the same because I've just pressed those blooming magnets in. That looks similar, it doesn't look the same. Yeah, this is... So drilling acrylic is well known for being a super risky manoeuvre. I think we'll do those another time. I'm going to just carry on with what I've got at the moment because I've got them and I want to do it today. So while I do probably agree that those ones are likely better, I'm going to use these ones anyway. Sorry. Sorry, not sorry. So I mean, this doesn't even fit. Why you no fit? Come on. Do as I say, not as I do. That's exactly what my channel's all about. Only on live streams. Live streams is like, this is so staticky. If this doesn't mess up the microphone, I don't know what will. So we want obviously hinge to go in there. That'll sit nice and tidy, but the lumen thing doesn't fit, so I might just do leave out one of those. In favour of that. What size screw does it want for this hinge? I actually don't know. Probably 8. It's nearly always 8. If you don't know, probably M3 by 8. That looks sensible. Hello? No? Come on. Why is it not going in? Does this not fit with this? No, it doesn't. Okay. So, just take it out the top. That's good. Hammer nuts it is. Did you use the special Z space of the Z rails? It has an offset so it can clear the side panels. Nope. No idea. I'm guessing that's so your side panels don't need foam, but I've got foam, so it's all good. So I want that, but I want a slight offset at the bottom as well, I think, really. Nope. There we go. So we've got that position. I want a small space in here. To do that, I'm going to use something. What have I got? A piece of card off of this instruction manual. Cool. So now I can make some VHP tape shapes. So whoops, it isn't. One of my lights has just decided to go dim. Hang on a second. Hopefully that's not decided, it's just had enough. And we're back. So hopefully bit of droop there. So yeah, that's how far that goes. I'm surprised it doesn't go further. What's stopping it going further? Oh yeah, it kind of goes around to 180. Which was the... that one. Bit wibbly wobbly, but the panel's too tall to accept that other piece at the top, so that's not included for now, but that's alright. At least we've got a door. Now for the other side. Can't take that. Yes, so this and this. Yeah, I'm not sure this hinge design is very good, unfortunately. It had a lot of promise, but doesn't really deliver. I've probably missed quite a bit of chat there, haven't I? I went a bit fully focused. Weirdly, this one's the other way up. So this should fit in. And this blimmin' thing doesn't fit either. I think my panels have just been cut like half a mil too big or something, or the panel, the extrusion size is not very good. Oh, that's just a bit crap, isn't it? Just don't work. Just don't fit. It's no good, is it? No good. Bloody rubbish. Bloody useless. What silly sausage glued the other panel in before checking this one fitted. That's just, I guess it kind of works, but it's rubbish. There's not been much appreciation for tolerances, I don't think, in the design of the doors. It's really not very good, this. Not impressed. Not impressed at all. It's just pretty rubbish. So is that going to fit this? Yes. It's going to rattle like nobody's business. Let's get a bit of foam tape, I think, across the top, and that should help. I've got a better idea. Let's attach it to the doors. I think that's okay. I'm just going to move this in here just in case. Like that. If I shut that one first, does that just doesn't shut, so it's got to be that one first. Well, it's not beautiful, it's not perfect, but it is functional and it should do the job. Yes, you are supposed to put magnets at the top as well, but my acrylic panels are too big and cutting them down is going to be an absolute pain and make an enormous mess. So I'm not really up for doing that at the moment. So this is supposed to go in there, but it just doesn't go. It doesn't fit because it's... panel is just too big. There's literally no tolerance in that panel whatsoever. And they could have quite easily had 2mm on every side and then at least. So not ideal really, not ideal. But I mean, functionally, it's going to do the job it needs to do. Mostly. There's obviously lots of air gaps and it might generate a bit of noise. But by and large, it is going to be a door. It is door shaped. It's going to do the door based things. We'll keep these two pieces and the three pieces and the magnets for a new hinge design at another time. Let's move on with a side panel now. Goodness me, my desk is a mess. Right. Right. We want the bottom panel, which is not a bottom panel. That's going on there. Let's try and get rid of as much of this muck as possible. Right. Foam tape. This strategy for laying it down works quite well, so kind of get a length available and then use your other finger to line it up with the edge, press it down. It allows you to do it in kind of these small straight sections. My foam tape's a bit thicker than 1mm. Mine's like 3mm, I think, at least. But that's fine. I've got some slightly thicker brackets that hold everything on. That should go on there. So now we just need bits to hold them on. Excuse me. Blimey, it's 5 o'clock already. I've been streaming for like 6 hours today. Absolutely mental. Give me 2 seconds. Okie dokie. Right, let's get this panel on. So, starting in the corners, I think. Just try and get something attached. Bottom corner was probably easier, wouldn't it? But I've gone for the top. You silly sausage. Okay. I think they're both in. Let's do the bottom corner. Oh, thank you for the $5 tip. Super chat, whatever you're supposed to call it. Thank you very much. I'm planning, yes. Despite the fact I've already streamed for 6 hours today, I do kind of want to get this done, so I'm aiming for first print tonight. There's been so many suggestions for mods, it's actually crazy. If I stopped doing something every time somebody suggested stopping and doing something else, I would not even have started yet. I'm not even joking. It's funny how everyone's like, yeah, Voron is amazing. And then you come into the Voron community and start trying to do stuff. And everyone's just like, oh, just change everything. And then it's amazing. Oh, it's bizarre. Ooh. Over tighten that one a little bit. First stock again at printing, then modding is just for fun. Yeah, I mean, mine is not stock, I'll be totally honest, mine is modified. Not a lot, but it is. That looks pretty sweet, doesn't it? One more side. that should go on there. Yep. Don't forget your sponsors. Yep, time for a second sponsor spot, I think. This live stream would not have been possible without our sponsors, Firmware and Big Tree Tech. Firmware are a 3D printing bed specialist based in Germany. Print is their high-performance, durable print surface designed to grip parts tightly when hot, but release them when cold. Their switch system utilises a strong magnetic sticker and 0.6mm spring steel to allow for easy swapping of bed surfaces. The bed plates offered are made from cast aluminium plate and are extremely flat, helping you get the best adhesion across the whole first layer. All of this can be made to standard sizes or customised upon request. Keep on watching to find out more, or follow the links in the video description. The Big Tree Tech Octopus is a 32-bit control board with loads of connectivity options for performance 3D printers like the Voron 2.4 and Raprig VCore 3. It can connect up to 8 stepper drivers, 8 fans, 6 end stops, 5 thermistors, 4 heaters plus BL Touch, RGB LEDs, a TFT screen, USB-C and more. Pairing the Octopus with TMC 2209 stepper motor drivers allows for quiet operation using Stealth Chop, performance using Spread Cycle and Stool Guard for sensorless homing. Big Tree Tech also offer a mini 12864 display, which is ideal for the Voron 2.4 design. Check the links in the description to find out more. How lovely it is to have sponsors allowing me to do this. Bloomin' fantastic. Oh no, got one side to do. Thought I was done, but I'm not. All this stuff's so sticky. Right, now the brackets. Oh, this stopped being financially worth it a long time ago. But I wanted to do it, so I'm doing it. And yes, it is a lot faster without streaming it, that's for sure. Like if you, so the stream we did, was that last night? Episode 10, can't have been last night. Whenever it was, I've totally lost track of time. With the probe switch, like troubleshooting stuff on stream, I just find impossible. You get 100 suggestions and no time to think. So like that problem I solved in 10 minutes and worked out why it was happening literally 10-15 minutes. On stream that would have taken 45 minutes, which is why I was just like, right, I'm stopping now, I can sort it out myself later. It's kind of weird, don't know exactly why it takes longer. Audience and I don't know. I've connected the LED directly to the octopus board. I have, yes. So 2 of the heater outputs, heater output 2 and 3 are controlling the LEDs. So there's one set top left and one set top right. And that allows me, well, at the moment they don't do much other than turn on, but I could control them independently if that was a thing that I wanted to do. Get them in and then this here. I know. Get in there. Let's have a different. I feel like not even that angle is going to work at the moment. Doing corners first, definitely the right move, rather than trying to do the midpoints. The corners just constrain the whole position much better. It's all right. Corners. Now the edges. Sounds like it needs an Ender 7. Who needs an Ender 7? Come on, spin. Right. We do need a lid. Unfortunately, my lid is a little bit got a hole in it. Oh, because I accidentally cut the wrong piece. But you know what? It's just gonna have to do. Right, one more piece to seal then, I think. I was supposed to do the bottom as well. I almost can't be bothered with the bottom. I need a break is what I really need. 5:15 now. Maybe do this top panel and then I need to stop and then we'll pick up again later. Hopefully we'll have everything ready for a first print. In theory we can do a first print at any time. We've got everything set up, I think. I just want to, I'm sure you want to see too. I want to see what it looks like with the lights on because I think it looks freaking sweet at the moment. Can't get it any further back. But it's just like this dark box. Do 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 do. Come on. Takes a while, doesn't it, to boot up because Klipper's on the Raspberry Pi and the Raspberry Pi takes ages to start. Normally a printer's like up and running in like 5 seconds, but this just takes its sweet time. B finger, I don't know what I'm going to add at the moment. There you go. Looks so cool. I think that deserves a like if you've not liked already, and probably a subscribe if you've been watching for 6 hours today. This is freaking sweet. It is, James. Disgustingly tidy. Apart from the red cable in the back, you can kind of see it there. There. Because I wired the LEDs up with black and red cables, even though I could have done it in black and blue. But there you go. Oh, didn't that just look the absolute dog's bananas? Oh, it does a file system check if you don't shut it down properly. Okay, that's probably why. Yeah, I'm a very naughty boy. I'm loving it. The lighting's kind of just about right. I can't get over quite how good it looks. So quite a lot of the parts I've actually changed now, but my printed forward provider, I believe, used eSun ABS Plus for the black and eSun ABS for the blue. I have reprinted some parts in eSun ABS Plus blue, which is a very slightly different blue. The more bluey blue is the ABS blue. The less bluey blue is the ABS Plus blue. Hopefully that makes sense. So if you want the more bluey blue, then you need the ABS standard. And it just... Right, I'm going to do the top panel off. I'm going to stop there. I think that looks freaking sweet. That's a good place to stop. And if you haven't liked already, you need to do that. And we'll be back later on this evening with the first print and the top panel on, because it's not quite done yet. 2020 extrusion covers to hide the wire. I'll just replace the wires. I printed little clips. They seem pretty good. But you think this is what you call the, what is it? The IKEA, it's not the IKEA problem, it's IKEA bias. That's what it's called. The principle is that when you've built something yourself, you like it significantly more than you would have done otherwise, regardless of how good it is, purely because you spent the effort to build it yourself. So that's probably what's happening. I feel like I learned it a lot because I've pretty much finished it and I built the whole darn thing myself. Well, apart from the wiring harness, which was mostly done. We've done quite a lot today. That's 6 hours, 20 minutes of live stream today. And we've still got this evening to do. It's a long old day. Right. Signing off. Set your alarms for 7:30 p.m. GMT. We're going to be back. We're going to be printing. And if it doesn't go well, it's going to be hilarious. Hilarious and devastating at the same time. But if it does go well, it's going to be freaking epic. I'm sure there'll be stuff that doesn't go right. Like the first layer, as always, never goes right. But you know what it's like. It's quite cool just having it on a Lazy Susan so you can turn it. Every printer should come with a Lazy Susan. That's it. 12 times 3 hours. What? I mean, this. So the goal for the stream was to be 12 episodes of 2.5 hours long. I think most of them have been 2 to 2.5. So, I mean, I went slow at the beginning because I thought I was going a little bit faster than I needed to. And then it feels like there's been a lot to do at the end. So I probably should have just gone as fast as I thought I needed to at the beginning. But anyway, yeah. So it was, I mean, it was a planned number of episodes. So that's why it's taken the time it takes, because I wanted it to take that long. It's just... Yes, we can all look through Super Slicer. I've definitely had it before. I've downloaded it, I've installed it. I think I tried it a couple of prints, but not much. So maybe chat can give me some education on Super Slicer and some of the benefits of that this evening. I'm so exhausted. I feel like I don't know if you've noticed, but I feel like I've gone a bit faster today than I normally would, because I've been wanting to get it finished. And I don't think it's reflected in any particularly poor quality. I'm a bit annoyed at the doors because they're like right at the front and they don't really fit. But I mean, from day to day, you're not really going to notice. I mean, it's a bit of a usability issue that the doors have to be closed in a certain way, but overall, it's not going to end up rattly because I've added the nice foam bits. You don't really need extra magnets at the top. I think it's perfectly sufficient as it is. Stays shut, does what it needs to do. Yes, the finish line in view sprint, that's 100% what happened today. So, right. Thanks very much everyone for watching. Hopefully that's been useful for those that have been following along. Big thank you to the sponsors for supporting the channel, and I will see you in the next one, which will probably be this evening. 7:30 British summertime. Goodbye, good day, good evening, good night, good morning, goodbye. See you next time.